And welcome back to another video on the rest way and to another edition of Smackdown Out of 10. This week's show took place in Lyon, France, which is also where Saturday's Backlash pay-per-view is taking place, so it's a rare pre-taped episode. And here's a card for Friday's show, and we had Bayley, Naomi and Blanca Belair and Jade Cargill taking on Damage Control and Tiffany Stratton and a few other tag matches as well on the card, but that's what we got to kick things off after we saw some shots of Superstars Rising. Bayley came out for the opening 8-woman tag bout. She was joined by the other competitors. Zayn and Naomi started for their team, and the crowd was popping for every single move while chanting and singing the whole time. Everyone got some time in the ring, but Cargill was saved until closer to the end, so she had the biggest impact. Bayley and Stratton had one of the longer exchange, but the story between Bayley and Belair just seemed too big to be a fake focal point. They had a couple of moments that showed how they still didn't like each other. Belair was given able to secure the win for her team with a KOD, giving us the possibility of how the women's tag match will pay out. There was an entertaining 8-women contest that advanced multiple storylines at once, and the crowd was so high, so it definitely I think kind of lifted the quality of the action too. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Before it's time for the Authors of Pain against the New Catch Republics, but we saw some backstage promos with the winners of the first match, Carmelo Hayes and Bobby Lashley, and Waller in Theory, but yeah, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne were out first. And yeah, the AEOP were kind of accompanied by their usual crew. Bate and Dunne cost AEP the NXT tag titles at Spring Breaking, so they were in an even worse mood than usual. They take out their frustrations, dominating their spoiler opponents at every turn. Whenever the babyfaces tried to build some momentum, one big move kind of stopped them in their tracks. This was a competitive and longer than expected match. I think there's a lot of selling, and it went from feeling like it's going to be a short encounter to one of the more fun matches. And Akon and Razor got the win with a small assist from Scarlett and some big interference from Cross. So yeah, more in this too, and I wouldn't be against that because I thought this was really fun. 6 out of 10. Before it's time for LA Knight against Angel, but Paul Heyman was shown speaking to Nick Aldis and admitted he hasn't spoken to Roman Reigns since WrestleMania. And up next was Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns hosting the RKO show for the first time. Heyman was their guest, and he tried to talk them out of that tag match with Solo Sikoa, but Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga attacked them from behind when brawl broke out, showing that Heyman can't control them, the chaos throughout it. I thought, yeah, it was a really good way to build to it, so that was good stuff. And yeah, LA Knight took on Angel, and the rest of the Guardia del Fantasma at ringside, but it didn't seem to bother Knight very much. He quickly took control and kept it underhand until now, and they cut to a break. And Hell would occasionally get in some offense, but it was always short-lived. Knight got the win with a BFT to end a relatively uneventful match that was made exponentially better by a hot crowd. So yeah, on the whole, gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I thought, yeah, big win from LA Knight. He could have controlled it, but yeah, I think we all knew what was coming from this match. We then got the Street Profits taking on A-Town Down Under, and we saw Carlito giving an interview backstage when Dragon Lee attacked him. Back in the area, Montez Ford and Andre Dawkins came out through the crowd in their old gear to take on Theory and Waller for the tag titles. These are 4 guys who are all great athletes in different ways. The match had great energy and some fun moments, but it was way too short, especially compared to AAP versus NCR from earlier. Waller and Theory were able to seal the win and retain their titles, much to the crowd's dismay. And yeah, I thought this was disappointing. I thought maybe it could have been a bit more. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. But I think, yeah, the question is, where's Theory and Waller go with their tag titles now? I'm not too sure, to be honest. Before there was a segment this week to close the show, it was a face-to-face confrontation between Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles, and to hype out obviously their Backlash match. The crowd went nuts for both men and chanted for a bit before Rhodes spoke a little French to pop the crowd. Before the Smackdown went off air, we saw RK Owens and the Bloodlines brawling backstage to a chaotic show. I think, yeah, really hyping up. The crowd here, I think, like a lot of it, definitely really made it feel a lot bigger than it actually was. And I think, yeah, we got the idea that Bloodline would call it killers, and yeah, I think the prospect of Rhodes and Styles in the match together, in the ring together, is almost like a dream match for a top title in WWE. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And overall, SmackDown this week gets a 7 out of 10. I think, yeah, it's a classic kind of final episode before a pay-per-view. There wasn't anything too dramatic, but there's enough to keep us interested in what's going to happen at this week's show. So yeah, on the whole, I thought it was pretty decent, and I'm going to say it gets 7 out of 10. Yeah, like I said, lots of good ring action, and definitely very intrigued for the pay-per-view. That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.